I guess I'll keep trying?
This is hardcore. Hardcore.
Say nothing. But is it? I mean, really. This young man has a capital G before the H in his years and R's. It produces a guttural Godwaldian accent, which makes him sound more animal, more in it. Or maybe it's not Godwaldian, maybe it's Orangese. Probably an homage to Oranje, where Arno van Eyck is from, judging by his name. Could you be listening to Arno van Eyck creation right now? So this is the famous Van Eyck I'm hearing.
You know about him?
He moves his mouth, but sound doesn't come out. His eyes are the size of saucers. It's like you've rendered him speechless. Yeah, I'm a major Eyckhead.
Wow.
The skinny wraith looks at you in disbelief, annoyed. I've only just noticed this terrifying being. He looks like a high elf.
So am I!
Begins to shake his head so everyone would understand.
Oh, is that why they call you Egghead? Because...
Egghead to the mega, the K became the G, the boy became the man. The Advent?
That wasn't even it. That wasn't even the puzzle.
Back to the heavyweight hardcore.
I never went with it is here.
What is it? I mean, really.
Feels like you should reply with the very pinnacle of idiocy here, so that things get totally transcendent. But you haven't gotten there yet, so you don't know what to say. Huh? I don't understand. I was thinking that too. Have I? Oh, fuck me. Okay, maybe.
Hardcore into all core. All the question is, what is observers? True. Hard into all core. All hard. Is it though? But is it? I mean, really.
The question is, what is the question? That's new.
No, but seriously.
Hey!
Worried it isn't.
But that's it. The skin on your back is crawling. For a second, you can't even hear the music anymore. There is a hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint Ghislaine, right next to the canal. Does this just mean I can talk to him now? I'm very confused. Why are there lungs on your belt buckle? Lungs are for love. Why would lungs be for love? When Dolores Day was anointed innocence, her lungs started glowing through her body. For the world loved her and she loved it back. Yeah! Why wouldn't they be? Are the lungs not the place where you really hold the breath of your soul? Really? I think so. Well, the lungs are where you hold the breath of your soul, aren't they? I don't know what that's supposed to be. Are you a thought reader? No nation, but trance nation. No war, but class war. So you're not a thought reader, you're a communist. You're not a communist. That's just something he likes to yell. Picked it up from a tape jockey at the Palladium. She was a communist, though. Yeah, with a rebel yell. Hey, a little bit of Billy Idol. I know my 70s punk? 80s punk? I don't know why I know that. Anyway, does that mean you're a thought reader? Don't be a lunatic. Of course he isn't. Jermaine just yells random things. Odds are, sooner or later, one of them will come off as thought reading. Yeah, Revachol Imperative! Unless you were thinking Revachol Imperative right now. Anyway, I've had a similar thing happen with eggs yelling. I know what you mean. You're right, I wasn't thinking that. Hardcore superstar! I was thinking that, though. Tell me something else, Egghead. You said, is your real name Jermaine? Kordak Jermaine Egghead? Okay. Basically, yeah, it is. You said you were worried. What do you think's wrong with the music? There's nothing wrong with it. I'm still in love with the hardcore. He turns pensive all of a sudden. Sometimes I just feel like Nordic music is in its infancy, you know? For example, take this Arno van Eyck jam. I've been pumping for the last month, and will continue pumping for the rest of 51. Isn't something holding it back from being hyper? He thinks for a moment, then his expression clears. It's like it's only ultra. I think it's super hardcore, but you're right, it's not hyper hardcore. If anything, it sounds a bit proto, like it's not fully formed yet. You might be a moribund alcoholic and a failed cop, but you are pretty certain a thing cannot be both proto and hardcore. Yeah, it's super hardcore. Or should I say, it's proto, not hardcore at all. Whoa, culture cop! I think you might be right, but how can it become hardcore then? I know it in my heart, but cannot think it in my head. If this is not hardcore, how could anything be? Sounds suspiciously like a question. I thought the question was, what is the question? Well, try to think. if anything could make it hardcore. Yeah, I think I'm gonna say, what if the question is, what is the question? No, this is the answer. What? He looks at you with customary amazement. Guys, there's something happening in his head. Think even harder. He's doing it! But you're not. This is almost certainly a matter that surpasses the limits of reason. My imagination fails me. I know. So does mine. I just remembered something. I'm the police. The young man is bursting with anticipation. Nothing. Me being the police isn't gonna help us. I can't help you with this right now. I need something else, something extra. Yeah! He's not even the slightest bit disappointed. Apparently I'm an expert on Nordic music. Of course I am. Let me see if I can fix this. Because this isn't gonna be a massively affecting thing, is it? I just think it'll be funny.
Good morning! Yeah!
Shut up!
Pump it up! Pump it up! Pump it up!
You're the worst person in the world. I want to be able to do this. Yay!
Pump it up! Pump it up!
You can shut up, my friend. You know it in your lungs where the pressure should vibrate, in your heart that's alone, and in your solar plexus where the hits should land. So does every chordate animal. Needs more bass. What? The young man makes a sudden move, like he's about to turn the volume down. But that would be ridiculous. And the melody. A good melody is what makes the song really stick, so that you can't get it out of your head anymore. Wow. Okay, we should start with the melody. But where would we get that from? I don't know. I was thinking you would know. Nowhere. I'm not going to become some sort of a Nordic cop too. Got enough copper types already. No, I don't know. I was thinking you would know. I'm sorry. I don't know anything about a Nordic music. I'm just the party boy. I get the people going and say it's hardcore. He feels ashamed he can't be more of a service to the future of dance music. Alright, I'll look into it. In an official capacity, it's up to the police to make the beats go harder. The young man falls silent with appreciation, even tries to contain his smile, as if it could hinder your investigation. Basically, what you need to find here is a tape with some banging music on it, so that Egghead can remix Van Eyck's Jam. Yeah, maybe that's Streethawker from the pawn shop has some tapes to sell. That's just an idea. There's a hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint Lane, right next to the canal. A real magnetic tape is caught in its branches, like bronze ribbons blowing in the wind. Wish I knew where that was. Rue de Saint Lane. I've been there. Huh? I know this! I can tell you where it is! St. G is at the boulevard before the canal bridge. The one that takes you to the Whirling Rags and the Industrial Harbour. It's got the lanterns and the... I knew that! I could have said that! And the mosaic sidewalk. But it's all blocked with stupid traffic. With that stupid traffic jam right now. Anyway, it feels cold. Does it? He looks around, looking for the cold. Shake it off. Anyway, that's all yours to figure out, Cop Man. Cop Man! Yells Egghead. Hey, I have a tape with me. Maybe you can use it to improve Ike's Jam. Maybe it'll be terrible if we try it. Which ones, though? Which one am I going to use?
Yeah! Pump it up! Pump it up! Pump it up!
Shut up! Give him the Great Door Gunner? Oh my god. What happens if I do this? Ah, hi! He snatches the tape from your hand and attaches it to the empty reel slot. One hand on his headphones. He listens to the audio, then shaking his head, he says, No, this is gonna make people scared. Keep positive, keep the love in the house. What about this one? Righteous! He takes the tape over and attaches it to the empty reel slot. And a rear listens and shakes his head. This is gonna make people sad. This isn't sadcore. He hands the tape back to you. Yeah! Alright, well, we'll deal with this later, I guess. For now, let's talk to the high elf.
Speak to Andre. I'm just annoyed.
A strangely dressed young man says without looking up from his toolbox. What if I want to speak to you first?
I suck at socializing, man. If you go speak to Andre, I'll have time to tune in, get a reading on your side.
Before he's finished talking, he's already turned back to his tools. Maybe you should just stand there, watch him rattle his toolbox, get to know his side. The contents of the young man's toolbox are organized in a neat yet eclectic manner. He is constantly checking out the various tools and parts and rearranging them slightly. It's a bit hypnotizing if you look at it long
I
enough.
have all kinds of screws.
He holds up a handful. Nod.
They'll come in handy for fixing the church exterior.
You seriously think that's ever gonna... Look at you.
Talk to Andre.
You look like the devil.
Here, the signs are really out of tune.
He glances at the others. Alright, well fuck it. Hello, Andre. You see a youngish man bleaching the tips of his hair with a toothbrush. He puts the toothbrush down and extends a hand in greeting.
Hello, I'm Andre. It's a pleasure to meet you.
There is definitely something futuristic about his hair. Aggressively so. You get the sense that this is what the future will look like. Let's hope not. Imbecilic? Yes, should the future ever come, it will look deeply imbecilic. Like this guy. Shake his hand. His grip is strong, sweaty, and warm. He's just trying to protect. He's trying to project and inspire confidence.
Lloyd.
The young man with earrings looks at you suspiciously.
An egghead. Egg!
The tape player high above his head continues to blast what is probably a Nordic music.
Together with a Settle Burger, who's out there right now, doing some seriously progressive sonic experimentation, we like to think of ourselves as music venue organisers.
Wait, how many have you
We have
organised?
many in the pipeline, officer.
That means they haven't set up a single one yet. Well, why are you here?
You see, we've been all over Jamrock North, prospecting for real estate to establish a new venue in.
And...
Also for talent. Yeah, thank you, Egghead. And while there is no shortage of raw, unfettered talent spinning tapes in Jamrock, we've had rotten luck with the real estate part.
Place is a shithole.
I apologise for my friend Lloyd's potty mouth. I realise this is not how you speak to a police officer. He has authority issues.
There's no need. Place pretty bad.
Which brings me to the problem of occupied ecclesiastical property. I bet you've noticed the derelict hive of narcomania on the coast.
An attempt to pander to your perceived conservative sensibilities. No person his age would ever use a word like narcomania with a straight face. Don't fall for it. Enough histrionics? What are you talking
I'm
about?
talking about the church, and I'm not exaggerating. Even a place of spiritual refuge can become a magnet for all sorts of dopeheads and burnouts if left unattended.
Dopeheads. Burnouts.
He angrily spits on a screw, then starts cleaning it. Aww.
Well, I'm sad to say, that's exactly what happened. Sad because we were just about to put Martinez on the map with one of the maddest dance clubs in Jamrock. Nah, strike that, in Revershoal.
Strike that. The word.
And sadder yet, because the dopeheads and burnouts holed up in there are the worst kind.
So they're there now, huh? He leans back a little, watching you with a steady, serious gaze, letting you imagine just how bad those dopeheads and burnouts really are. Good. This calls for an opinion. You're an expert on those. I feel like you may be laying this on a bit thick. What's really so bad about these dopeheads and burnouts? They're spooky. What exactly do you mean by spooky? I was hoping you could be the judge of that, officer. All I can say is their spookiness is the kind that keeps us from restoring the church into a community centre and a place of spiritual refuge. Also, they don't eat or clean the building. Shit's gonna collapse. People just want to spin tapes in there without them spooking it up. Place has bad signs. No one can dance like that. Thank you, Egghead. He turns to you. So you're gonna look into it, right? It should be a police matter, getting them out. Whatever spooky stuff they're doing, I'm sure it's not the ecclesiastic meant their property for. Yeah, I'll look into it. Tell me more. Alright, man. Andre is obviously very happy you took him seriously. The whole tenant. The boys exchange giddy looks. What's the status of the church? I haven't gone inside the building yet. I asked Noid to install a measure against more victims? Where did I get that from? Drifters wandering in. A padlock. It's a temporary fix. Just something to contain the situation. I had to do it in a hurry. Not my best work, but it should hold for a while. Well, what about the key? Not long. Like a week, maybe? How can you be sure they haven't starved to death? I pressed the wrong thing. How long have those people been locked in there? Oh, right, I clicked the wrong thing in the first place. Okay. How can you be sure they haven't starved to death? I'm super sure they're alive. I mean, come on. I'm at least 90%, maybe 85% sure they're still alive. Somewhere in the ruinous past that led you here, there's something called exams. You may have learned the term involuntary manslaughter there. Andre, do you know what involuntary manslaughter means? Yes, I do. I listen to Channel 8 all the time, officer. I know about crime stuff, I assure you. This is not what's happening here. I'm at least 80% sure they're alive. I mean, come on, most people aren't ever that alive in their entire lives. What does that even mean? Yeah, I catch your drift. I knew you'd get it. You're one smart cop. Feels good to be the smart cop, doesn't it? That's a good cop to be. There's a nice ring to it. Smart cop. You don't want to be stupid cop, now would you? Still, maybe he's just sucking up to you. You can stop buttering me up now, thank you. Oh, okay. He nods his bleached spiked head. I won't do that anymore. What about the key? Of course. Noid, give the officer the key. Alright. The Speed Freak dips into his belt pack and produces a yellow key. He then makes a sudden, cool-infused move, tossing it in your general direction. Be the cool cop. Catch the key. Oh, please. I wish you could quick save during conversation. Of course. As if time has frozen somehow. I think you can sense the key moving in the air. It's gonna be way cool. Don't ruin the cool by overdoing it. Raise your hand in front of your face with minimum effort. I'm dying. Why am I dying? Blam! Straight in the eye! Straight in the old eye bulb. Orb. In the looking ball. Stabbing pain. Tears stream uncontrollably from your right eye. Ah, goddamn asshole, what is wrong with you? Can't you seem in pain now? Oh man, I'm super sorry. That was totally my bad. I got overexcited. Threw him too hard. I'm sorry. He looks like he's genuinely sorry he didn't throw them better. I'm sorry. Bend your face in mockery of his useless contrition. You almost eye-murdered me. I'm a cop. That's the use of lethal force. I'm sorry, man. Just take this, okay? Want some black paper from his belt pack. Okay. Don't need your pity money. Now, where were we? The key. He cautiously hands you a yellow keyring. He's shifting in his spot uncomfortably, still feeling sorry for the mishap. We were talking about the padlock, I think. Right, other questions. Sure, man. Tell us what you want to know. Let's do it. Who exactly are these people locked inside the church? Truth is, I don't really know. None of us do. I don't see how many are there. I don't even know how many there are. All we've seen are glimpses. So you haven't seen them and yet you want the police involved? Well, there's also the machinery. This machinery is of deeply mystical variety. When I first scouted the place, back in February, it was abandoned, empty. Took time getting the crew together, so about 2 weeks ago, we came here hoping to set the stuff up. Suddenly, there are all these strange machines lying around in there. One of them has wires running into bowls of water. Wires into water. Never seen anything like it. Andre, tell him about the feeling. Oh, and it felt like there was something in there, with us, watching us from the dark. No, the other one. Which other one? I'm not as in tune with my emotions as you are, Egg. Felt like silence. Awful silence. For this man, even regular silence is awful enough. But that was something greater. But you haven't physically seen anyone. Not exactly. We've just seen someone who we think is a woman go in and out of the church a couple of times. And we felt someone or something eyeing us inside, but that's kind of it. What's that about something watching you? Like you aren't alone, you know? It wasn't quite human, if you know what I mean. Not human, as in a ghost? Do you know what he means? It was in this dark shape, climbing upside down and on the ceiling, like some kind of crab man. A crab man? Yeah, you know, oh my god, it's the fucking cryptid, isn't it? The way it was climbing up and around the ceiling, like a crab. The other one agrees. It was stalking a cell, exhibiting ambush behavior. Odd. Crabs are usually marine creatures, and not known for climbing walls. Ambush behavior. Crabman. Or are you sure that it was a crabman? Let's go with that. Yeah, totally. I mean, I didn't personally see it. Estelle was alone that time, but I believe her. If she comes out running, says there's a crab in there, there's a crab in there. Well, you should ask her about it, but be nice. Don't tell her you don't believe in the crab. The implications of this are too numerous to consider. Proceed with caution. Learn all you can before entering that dark building. Breakthrough imminent. Oh, we're gonna learn our age. Yay! In fact, let's do that now. Hello? Apparently I need to finish the conversation first or something. Okay. There probably is no crab man. Don't let him draw you in with this nonsense. Can you tell me more about this machinery? Should talk to Noid about that. I just got a distinct burnout and dopehead sign from him. Probably jacked up to some snuff station too. Probably. Very likely. So how can you be sure they're burnouts and dopeheads if you haven't even seen them? Well, honestly, I can't. But I am. This is a low, feeble attempt at avoidance. Basically, he is attempting to weaponize idiocy. Wow, you can't, but you do. I should add more weaponized idiocy to my own repertoire. Hey now, I'm 70% sure they're substance abusers. Don't let all that technology fool you. He makes a little quotation mark with his fingers when he says technology. Where do you think all these drugs came from? Alright, well let's talk about something else. Sure, what? You mentioned some kind of Who are these people? Oh yeah, it's a Meteoran name for founding party. Thought it'd be cool to use it. If you don't know what the founding party is, there might be a way to mask it with minor demagoguery. Yeah. Now humor me, Andre. What is the founding party? Come to think of it, I've never looked them up. I can't give you a precise definition, but they're a very powerful religious organization. And they have roots in ancient mass society. And they're custodians of the Pericanassian Church. Plus, they anoint the innocents. They, made the innocentic system, no? Now, Andre, in your opinion, who would this ancient religious organization who anoints the innocents want a club of anodic music? What? Why, sir? Would? Oh, right. Want a club of for anodic music in one of their churches? Totally! There isn't a trace of doubt in his voice. The Pericanassian Church is about love. Anodic music is about love. I got love for my Pericanassian pussy. Love is the relay out of death. We dance! He violently shakes the tape player as if to see if he can break it. Love is hardcore! Unity. Unity! Oh, make some noise for my Insulindian pussy! He turns the volume up, then looks at you with a knowing nod, as if it's obvious you will now break into dance. You feel it. At the anodes and the cathodes coursing through you, your big toe starts tapping along with the bass, as if testing the waters. Just enjoy the beat. Nod your head. Feels good. How many times can it feel good? Infinite times. I guess love can be pretty hardcore. Oh yeah, it can! He's coming round! He nods at his friend, then turns it to you with a mischievous grin. You're getting it! I don't quite understand what you're talking about. What's a I mean, I know what it is, but I thought it might give us XP. There we go. Your pussy's like your people, man! You're like you got a cock pussy. You look out for each other and you party together. That's a pussy! Two men and a woman stand on a beach under a row of houses, long abandoned to war damage. The words "felled electrical" have peeled off from the turn of the century waterfront development. One of the men carries a small boy on his shoulders. The boy looks up at the faded logo. The woman says to him, "Good to see you here, special consultant. We're worried about the Lieutenant Yefredia." Why are you worried about the Lieutenant Yefredia? Oh, sorry, why are you worried about the Lieutenant Yefredia? Asks the boy, and a wave comes crashing in. Sounds like you're just saying random things. Love, posse, make noise. Are we? Looks like you mysteriously. Yeah, the one with the large head really enjoys it when his friend gets mysterious. I now understand it was lame of me to suggest otherwise. I know that music is about love, and so is the Pericanassian Church. Fuck it, we'll say it for now. We might as well make him love us. Yeah! Yakakata, the place to be! He seems ecstatic that you share his vision of Pericanassianism. Do it for the masses, do it for the crew. His friend forms a fist with a screwdriver still in his hand, approvingly so. I didn't want to say it, but it was pretty lame of you to imply otherwise. Anyway, you got more questions? The one with the large head is still looking at you, nodding his head, waiting for your body to start moving. Yeah, let it out. Let the disco happen. Bring the disco into this world. Get this church shit on and then dance there, motherfucker. I wanted to ask you about this tent full of equipment. Yeah? What? I see you brought your own water. Yeah, good to have. Bitch to carry. When I first scouted the place, I did some reconnaissance. I'm not too sure the church even has running water. It's distilled, too. Oh? It's the one they sell at the fuel station. It's like he's lying to you, my liege, but he's slippery enough that there's nothing for you to grab hold of. Alright, enough of this. Godly logic, huh? my god, he's actually dancing. I didn't notice till now. Oh, that's adorable. We will do it, though. But also, give me that thought, please. That's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. You were born in the year 07. Okay, so that makes us 43, I think? 51, right? So, yeah, we're 43 years old. In the last year of the commune of Revachon, right before it fell, in the old military hospital on the ground floor where people usually came to die during a snowstorm, the revolution had about 1 year left to go and the fires were still burning bright. There were explosions in the blizzard. This was 44 years ago. I can't count, apparently. There we go. The bloating... You are 44 years old. The bloating might never leave your face, but beneath it, you still have some years. You still have some hope. -1 to all physical passives. I think that's good, right? And learning cap for logic raised to 4. That was pretty good. I think those are only good things, right? Alright, well, we're gonna save. And we're gonna try and poke holes in this little,
how are things going?
in this bullshit.